All right, so we've imported our PowerPoint. Everything is on our slide, pretty much the way we set it up in PowerPoint. We could, of course, fine tune this or move things around, but we can also do that later as well. Right now, I just want to go ahead and convert it to freeform. I'm going to make this an interaction. Everything's still going to be retained. We're not going to lose any of our layout, but we'll actually have a interactive slide. Now, the one thing I'm going to point out before I convert it is, you see how the names came over right here? So, for example, right, the hamburger, drag unhealthy 1, drag unhealthy 2, those all came over, but it doesn't rename it here in the timeline. So what I like to do, and this is really more of one of the production workflows that I have, is I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to give this a prefix, right? So it could be drag 2 or drag incorrect. Just because it's going to make it a lot easier for me to actually find this when I'm selecting the objects from the form. So I'm just going to go through each of these and name them. I'm going to go ahead and pause this real quick just to spare you of the pain of watching me name these. So I'm going to rename these and I will resume. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we're all set. But I'll show you now when we convert this why this makes it that much easier and faster to select. Totally don't need to do it, but just one of those things that I prefer doing. So at this point, we have our interaction. Let's go ahead and convert this to a interaction. So insert, convert to freeform, and this is a drag and drop, right? So we want to do that. And here we go. So at this point, I need to select my incorrect choices and the incorrect drop target, and my correct choices and the correct target. And I actually have the little label right there for the background. So this is really cool. This is how it works. So I'll just go ahead and do my corrects first. So my drag correct is going to come over here to drop correct. And I have, right, so the drop correct, you can see it highlight right there. So I'll move it over one more time. So that's basically what this is. We'll do drag correct 2, drop correct, drag correct. And see, this is exactly why I like to put a prefix in there. It makes it that much easier to keep these all together. So there's my 3 and my drop correct. And actually, you can just go through it really fast like this. And then this would all be the drop incorrect. A lot of options here for how I want to score this and feedback. I'm going to leave it as the default for now. We can always make customizations to that later. But what I really wanted to do was just assign each of those drag objects to their drop targets. So go ahead and just save and close. And there we go. Nothing changes. I can move this stuff around. Actually, I think it's set to shuffle by default, so these are all going to move around anyway. And then right now, check this out. We have our feedback layers. So here's the default feedback. Need to customize this a little bit. But what I would do then, right, is I would come in here, come back to my base layer, grab my incorrect feedback, select it, or actually I can just Control X, come over here, and then add. There we go. But I would need to work this out. I actually had a custom design for this layout, so I would come in here and apply that slide layout for it. But I don't have it set up yet. But essentially, this is how I could customize the feedback layers. This is where I pull that feedback in that we originally set up. And that's really how just easy it is to work with the PowerPoint slides to create your custom templates and bring those into Storyline and convert them to interactive templates. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the forums or in the comments below. But hope this really helps inspire some of your own projects and ways you can invite your subject matter experts into your development process.